sign language interpreter is Damien Evans. Now we begin with the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, which has cleared the former Communication Authority Director General, Ezra Chiloba, of any wrongdoing in the alleged scandal revolving around the regulator's staff mortgage scheme. EACC says the allegations brought forth lacked merit. Chiloba, who appeared before the National Assembly Committee on Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Relations for vetting after he was nominated as Kenya's Consul General to Los Angeles, said he was worth 800 million shillings. As KTN's political affairs reporter Emmanuel To explains, the vetting session left some nominees exposed for want of knowledge in what an ambassador role entails.
Right? Now they have come.
7 months after he was kicked out of the Communication Authority over alleged abuse and misuse of funds in the authority's mortgage scheme, former Communication Authority Director General Ezra Chiloba has been let off the hook as the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission gave him a clean bill of health as far as CA staff mortgage scheme is concerned.
And the EACC said they did not find anything culpable. If there was anything to do with policy failure, then the policymakers ought to have fixed that. But the context was such that it was a misrepresentation of facts of what really happened.
In a letter dated 4th of April 2024, the agency says there was no sufficient evidence to sustain the claims against him. Chiloba, who appeared before the National Assembly Committee on Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Relations to be vetted for his posting to Los Angeles, USA as Consul General, said the allegations had been concocted.
I'm also glad to state that at least EACC has cleared me on that matter, and it has formally written to the Communication Authority in that regard.
The former CADG was accused of conflict of interest stemming from his application and approval of his own mortgage, which was inflated by almost 2/3, and his acting as both buyer and seller in a transaction for which the authority paid 25 million shillings.
I, Charles Gidenji Keiro.
And as the committee wrapped up its sittings, some appointees seemed to come to the vetting ill-prepared.
It is becoming extremely frustrating interviewing you because
one such individual was Charles Gidenji Keiro, Consul General nominee to Goma, DRC, whose only qualification was a Form 4 certificate.
What your understanding of the GDP is? The growth for the current population and the escalation of the population of that country. GDP generally is the population of a country. Fair enough.
And when asked what he would do if he got the job without the requisite documents,
I believe once approved by this committee, I'll be able to go back to school, basically learn the Foreign Affairs. These are Foreign Affairs Academy, where I'll be able to go through and learn more as far as this position is concerned.
The session ended prematurely, with members wishing him the best. Other nominees who appeared before the committee include Dr. Fancy To to Geneva, Switzerland, Ekitele Rastas Lokale to UN New York, USA, seasoned Ambassador Moile Moshira to Tokyo, Japan, among others.
Apart from your strength, what have been your weaknesses arising from the challenges that you've been facing as you traversed these countries?
I think the number one challenge we have as Kenyan diplomats is that we don't get the support that we require. I think it is important that as a country, we invest adequately in our missions abroad.
The committee will now retreat to write a report which will be presented in Parliament soon. Emmanuel To, KT News, Nairobi.